Stephen Mark Ryan just gave a warning to not reflexively dismiss the potential of Tesla. I'll dive right into that after going through Gary Black calling out some big institutional investors. So let's go through all of today's Tesla stock news. There is huge pressure on institutional portfolio managers who are overweight Tesla to reduce their Tesla stock positions in the face of massive year-to-date underperformance. I think by Tesla standards, minus 26%, that's not massive. Most portfolio managers are sheep. They see Tesla earnings estimates going down and they sell, which is also often why when the stock goes up, price targets go up. The stock goes down, price targets go down. It would be really helpful if these price targets could move before the stock does, but it's always the opposite. The absence of Tesla's forward volume guidance fuels uncertainty, even though Q4 auto gross margins beat. No more price cuts would help, Gary says. I personally greatly enjoy seeing Gary Black calling out other portfolio managers. And after all, when it comes to gross margins, Tesla did beat these expectations. There's a lot of talk about this chart here. This is Tesla's cost of goods sold per vehicle. We want these to go down, and they are going down, which is great. However, look at what Tesla says here. Cost of goods sold per vehicle declines sequentially to slightly above 36,000. Even as we approach the natural limit of cost down of our existing vehicle lineup, our team continues to focus on further cost reduction across all points of production, from raw materials to final delivery. Tesla itself is admitting that there's only so much you can do, but they still find new things to do to further reduce costs of goods sold. But the supply chain expert Jeff says that these hunks of metal plus thousands of components still cost $36,300. Blended cost reduction efforts relative to product cycle are far from over. If you have ever done this before, you would know. Not easy, but also in capable hands based on past performance. This is very important for Tesla's profit margins, but also for making vehicles more affordable. Jeff explains why he thinks cost of goods sold will keep going down. Volumes are still growing, trims are not meaningfully growing, complexity is stable, so leverage is increasing. Number two, there's going to be new product leverage. Tesla will forward lever the $25,000 model plus Optimus to achieve cost of goods sold results on existing products today. They already have the highest volume SKU, which simply means a unique part or a unique item or product. So those suppliers get killed if they don't get designed into the next generation platforms, and new suppliers will shoot their shot. These suppliers are scratching and clawing, competing on multiple vectors to win this business. Tesla is fair, but Tesla holds all of the cards. This is how this works. Name another OEM that will produce a single model that would replace the Model Y volume. There's no one. Number three, the culture and the people. Starting at the top of the company, the culture is to innovate on cost. Teams are expected to band together cross-functionally to get results on cost, eliminate processes, parts, eliminate steps. The engineering leadership has their own event-driven lists. The supply chain leadership are skilled and understand how to leverage their position. Most importantly, they all work as one combined unit on cost, all the way back and up to Franz's work on design, and certainly supported by Elon Musk, the CEO, who created this culture. This is an advantage most companies simply do not have, and the results show. Look at Tesla EV profitability versus anyone else. But also, let's remember what the CFO of Tesla said. I would want to caution to not project the previous cost reduction at the same pace completely in the future, because with our current platform, there are limitations. But also, Jeff points out that he has actually done this work at scale, and every company in the world drives quarterly cost of goods sold all the way to end of life, and Tesla is nowhere near fully optimized. And here's the warning from Stephen Mark Ryan, warning us about how big the Tesla stock opportunity actually really is. I think this is quite timely given how many people are a bit disturbed by what they read about Tesla stock. So I think having that long-term perspective during a time like this is incredibly valuable. Tesla has built a foundation to pursue a series of opportunities, each an order of magnitude greater than the last. Here's the approximate scale of Tesla's future opportunities. He says the next-gen platform is roughly maybe 10 times the size of the current generation, potentially. Autonomy would be 10 times the size of the next-gen platform, and Optimus would be 10 times the autonomy. I think potentially Optimus could be much more than 10 times the autonomy, because the numbers just get really spooky when you start thinking about it. Haters will hate, and those with a short-term perspective who cannot think over multiple decades will dismiss this post as the outrageous delusions of a Tesla cultist. Instead, take the time to deeply understand each of these opportunities, how Tesla is positioned to pursue them, and importantly, who else is equally well positioned or could become equally well positioned, if that is possible, and what it would take, Tesla's odds of success, the scale of the opportunities, the worst case, best case, and a moderate case. Draw your own conclusions, but do not reflexively dismiss the potential here without first doing the thinking, even if it hurts. You know, I have a theory that long-term Tesla stock bears that have been bearish about Tesla stock for years, that they never have headaches because they never think. I have a pretty good feeling that my theory could have some potential.